Hello, hello. So, after yesterday's video, I've been asked when the best time to create a newsletter is. If it's such a powerful, low energy, low investment, high reward kind of marketing tool, when is the best time to start it? And honestly, the best time to start a newsletter is before you even started producing anything of substance. You are just at the earliest stages of creating your business, creating your YouTube channel, developing your books, developing your whatever it is that you are personally working on, your goal, that thing you're serious about. Now is the time to start your newsletter. Think about the people you're talking to identify your audience, know who you're writing for, know who you're writing to, know who it is that you want to benefit from whatever it is you're trying to produce. This is the single most important thing you can possibly do. So, when do you start a newsletter? You start it now. You start it while you know for sure you are serious about what you're doing. And then you build your momentum. You may not have a reader magnet, but getting into the regular habit of writing your email once a week, of sending it out, even if it's just to your test email, even if it's just to a couple of family members who can read it and vet it for you. These are practice habits that you need to be building if you want marketing to not be a difficult thing for you. As an author, many of us are introverts, many, not all of us, but as a creator, we may have to come out of our shells, much like I'm doing with these videos, to develop a better connection with our communities. And the lowest investment that we can put in that is effective with a high return is a newsletter. That may seem difficult considering I'm saying send out an email once a week, but it is a whole lot better and easier than learning ads, and it's a whole lot easier than learning content marketing, which is something I advocate for as well. That's also another low investment, high reward kind of thing, but it is much more long term. Welcome, Sachel. So we're gonna have some kitty action in this store in this conversation today. This is my eldest kitty cat, Sachel. You'll find he'll be in throughout the videos at different times, and he's not the only one. I have more than a handful. I joke on my live stream that I got the crazy cat lady upgrade, and I am not looking for the DLC. Nonetheless, when it comes to your newsletter, I don't care if you're an artist or a creator on of videos or a live streamer, if you have a cultivated newsletter that you stay in contact with once a week, your contact can be minimally here are my links, this is where I posted this week. Your content can be my cat showed up on my video, check it out here. It can be very, very simple and very straightforward, and is absolutely worth it for you to look into and develop your process in a manner that is conducive to making your life easier. But your newsletter is going to be key to making that marketing thing a habit instead of a hindrance. Many of us find marketing to be kind of slimy, and talking about ourselves is challenging. But talking about your newsletter, talking about the things that you've done all week, these are just innate aspects of what we need to do in business. Now, like I said, the first email you send after your and you can automate this. You should automate the first 5 emails that you send. Your first email, without a doubt, is just a simple thank you note, and it says thank you so much for subscribing, signing up, joining the list, what have you. Did you get the download page, or did this is your download depending on how you have it set up. This is the lead magnet that you signed up with or for. I want to make sure you've got it. Your second email is just a follow-up. I hope you enjoyed the lead magnet. I'd love to get your feedback. If you didn't get a chance to download it yet, here it is. And then you provide it again. And then you give them a little insight on the development of the lead magnet, or how you hope it's benefiting them, or how you look forward to the results that they're going to get, all depending on what your lead magnet is. If you are a fiction author and you're really confused about what would be a very basic lead magnet, create a character sheet. Very simple. Create a character sheet about whatever character is a main character in your book. Period. And as you are continuing to develop this, add another one. If you're writing a serial and that's how you're getting building your list, you can give them little short snippets of what's coming out before it comes out, because they're on your newsletter. Then you can get them. All right, we have uploaded this thing. Here is the preview section of, 4 paragraphs. And that can be some of your content down the road. But your first email is here's your deliver your lead magnet and your gratitude. The second email is follow up, and that should be done about 3 days after they signed up. So this is, and I'm giving you your full 5 day 5 email sequence. So I kind of went over it in a little bit in the last one, so we're going to do it a little bit more specific. Your third email should be a little bit of an introduction to you and what you're working on, and it should begin the questions. It should ask them about them and what are they enjoying, what are they working on, something related to what you shared. The next one should be, here's my social medias in case you want to ever talk off the newsletter. This is where you can find me online. I am usually on, and a link tree is great. If you've got a YouTube channel and you're not, you want to send them back there. But if you're building this off of your YouTube or your live stream Twitch, then you want to send them to another spot, Twitter or Facebook or whatever it is that you're using. For me, if I were building a newsletter off of this channel, I would send people to my writing Twitch. I would send people to my every morning stream, or just about every morning stream, where we sit there for 2 to 3 hours and we're writing and we're talking and we're conversing about our characters, our stories, our strategies, our marketing, our publishing, our development, whatever it is. And apparently we're done with kitty time. uh, these are all things that that I would direct to. So that's number 4, excuse me. 3 is your introduction, 4 is your invitation to social medias, and 5 is something a little bit closer to what you would normally do, a little bit more of a conversation. So you want this conversation to be about the next steps you're taking, the projects you're working on, the project that they came here for is usually best, because you want to stick to something that doesn't have to be changed again. You want that first 5 to go out. The first 2 go out with 3-day intervals. The next 3 go out with 5-day intervals when you schedule them. So it's 3 days, or the first day, then 3 days after that with a follow-up. Then your introduction comes in 5 days after your 3 days, so it's 8 days from when they signed up. Then you're going to add another 5 days. You're going to get to that wonderful 13-day range with that, and that's your social medias and please join me's and invitations. And please, if you would like us to connect, let me know where you're at. And then your last one, your 5th one, is more moving them into the regular routine of what you're going to be sending out every week. And that's where you let them know you're going to be sending this out each week. Usually you send them out on Thursdays, or you always send them out on Mondays, or whatever it is that you are going to sit down and do. And then you include the information about what timely project you are working on that they can go look for you at. And hopefully you forgot something that you don't have to change down the road. That's kind of the ideal picture. So, and it doesn't have to be everything. It could just be I'm constantly building out a new world of characters, or I really love working in the genre you're working in, you're writing about. If you're writing on a genre, or if you're writing nonfiction, you could simply discuss the things in nonfiction that you are really enjoying that are priority to you. So if you are writing in health and wellness, for example, something, say you're doing yoga, you could talk about why you love yoga, what inspires you to share yoga with everybody. And that's your fifth one, and that's something that you can send out each and every time. And after that, they go right into your weekly emails. So whatever your weekly emails are, whatever days you usually send those out, they get moved right into, they get out of your welcome sequence and right into your regular emails. Hopefully this has been helpful for those of us who those who are asking about when to start and what to put in it. I hope that I've gone a little bit deeper into what you're doing. I know yesterday I told you more about why. It's because your newsletter is going to be the most powerful thing you personally own, besides your product, your stories, your books, your creations, your art, your news, your YouTube channel. You don't own this. I do not own the YouTube channel we're talking on, but I own a newsletter. Feel free to watch the descriptions. You'll see the link pop up. The newsletter is the single most powerful thing you could do. All right, my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me for day 3 in this challenge. We are going into day 4. If you are working on a challenge, give us an update. Because I'll be honest, I didn't think I was going to get to day 3. I've been sitting here screaming at myself in the camera, saying how much I had to get this done. So trust me, day 4 is coming. We're going to get to our first 7 days, and we're going to hit that finish line strong. I love you guys, and I am looking forward to hearing how you are doing. See you in the comments.